Assessment 1, Learning Progression. This has been written and recorded by Joya Politi. Supporting learning. In order to actively plan and organise a unit of learning that supports and promotes learning for all, including those who are English language learners, it was essential to utilise the English as an additional language or dialect learning progression system. This was to be practiced in addition to identifying areas requiring differentiated practice, assisting in the development of appropriate strategies to overcome potential barriers to learning. Unit of English. The year level chosen for this assessment, Year Level 3, aligns with the Australian Curriculum Plan with intentions to build student knowledge and understanding. The activity selected for the unit of learning, using language to describe an event, draws direct links from the Australian Curriculum, Assessment and Reporting Authority, English Year 3 Achievement Standards. They specify that by the end of Year 3, students will understand and employ skills such as accurately organising and producing varying text structures in terms of language features and effectively sequencing thoughts through both written and oral language. Lesson. Using language to describe an event. As the plan lesson objectives were aimed to build the students' knowledge of exploring language structure and features, including comprehension, literal meaning, using text structures to identify and accurately sequence events, the planning of the lesson itself required resources to consolidate student learning, with additional responsibility effectively to support developing English language skills. The initial resources to be utilised, both containing text and visual imagery within the lesson, were to follow the concept of warming the students up prior to the intentional components. The aim of the warm-up is to enable student collaboration, student engagement, and preparation for the main topics of learning. It is important to note that as a part of the daily routine, students commence learning by sitting on the carpet in direct view of the lesson's objectives, which are displayed in print form using both text and images. Teaching practices enlisted within the classroom follow the method of explicit instruction, established by Anita L. Archer and Charles A. Hughes, 2011. Explicit instruction, effective and efficient teaching, which states the importance of beginning lessons with a clear statement of the lesson's goals and your expectations. This in turn will support English language learners to connect with learning materials while understanding the intentions objectives to their learning. Learning prompt. Prompt A. Once the warm-up is completed or concluded, the body of the lesson takes place at the students' desks. The lesson prompt to be incorporated, Prompt A, is a visual resource to be displayed on the interactive whiteboard, later to be provided in print form to each student. The learning prompt titled How to Make a Cup of Tea acts as a supporting source for student acknowledgement of sequencing an event according to key terminology first, next, then, after, and finally. The prompt contains both text and imagery, linking directly to the main objective of applying sequential learning. Prior to the implementation of the learning prompt, a teacher-led discussion, linking to the learning prompt demonstrated through the use of PowerPoint, would act as an opening agenda for the scaffolded activity. Teacher talk enlisted through this period would embody interactive learning, where the students would be verbally encouraged to participate in a socially responsible environment, sharing points of view and perspectives regarding sequencing a personalized event. This would be stemming from the idea that sequencing takes place in a variety of situations, not solely for making a singular version of tea. In doing so, the students will be provided an outlet for student talk, comprising of socio-cultural learning, where home perspectives and practices can be discussed, shared, and linked with learning content. Furthermore, this will be supported through acknowledgement and response from the teacher, modelling the values of shared responses. Strategies to support learning. As the lesson continues, strategies to be reinforced by the teacher to scaffold the students' learning would include modelling of the intended activity, using clear and explicit instructions, those of which that would include structures visually displayed on the interactive whiteboard, to be kept in view throughout the entirety of the activity. This strategy would support learners' sense of agency, as they would be able to revise the lessons and instructions without pausing to ask for assistance from the teacher. Accompanying strategies would ensure transitional periods contain moments of reflection. This would comprise a repetition of key terminology, maintaining that all students comprehend the objective of each learning area, with intention to ensure English language learners are provided with authentic, respectful, and effective learning opportunities. Thank you.